Little bird suddenly flew into a boy's house. It stretched out its neck as if begging for food to satisfy its hunger. The boy, worried that the bird might carry germs, politely shooed it away, but the little creature didn't leave. Its eyes were full of hope and longing. Even by evening, the bird was still waiting at the door. Feeling pity for the bird, the boy took out a piece of pork he had been saving for months from the fridge. The bird's eyes sparkled upon seeing the food, and it immediately grabbed a large chunk and began to eat. Fearing the boy might change his mind, the clever bird quickly flew away, but unexpectedly returned in the middle of the night. The boy reached out to test if the meat had been eaten, and the bird, seeing this, began to attack him with magic, then followed it up with physical attacks. Still angry, the boy had no choice but to keep apologizing and promised to prepare more meat the next day. With no other option, the bird left hungry. The next day, it returned right on time, its eyes wide, as if questioning whether the meat was ready. The boy discovered that this bird was actually an owl, and that owls love to eat meat, especially young chickens. So, he specially prepared one for it. The little owl grabbed the chick and flew away. In the following days, the owl returned every day, as if treating the place like a free supply station. It no longer seemed scared, and often ate its food right in front of the boy. Whenever the boy signaled that food was ready, the owl would immediately fly over to eat. The boy had to prepare 5 chicks for it every day. Over time, the owl came to fully trust the boy. The boy, too, felt a growing sense of responsibility toward the owl, looking forward to its visits and preparing nutritious food for it daily. To make the owl more comfortable, the boy even installed a climbing frame on the balcony. Most of the time, the owl would fly straight into the house. Their bond grew stronger with each interaction. The owl, showing gratitude, often helped the boy massage his toes under the boy's care. The owl gained noticeable weight and grew very attached to him. Even when taken into the wild, it refused to fly away later. When the boy moved to a new house, he didn't abandon the owl. Instead, he brought it along and built several simulated wild environments in his room to help it adapt. Over time, the owl grew up and developed the ability to survive in the wild. The boy knew it was time to let it return to nature. One day, he handed the owl over to a wildlife organization for release. He thought that would be the end of their connection. However, few days later, one morning, the boy found the owl returning with a letter in its beak. It turned out to be a letter the boy had been expecting. Not only that, but the owl had somehow caught a chick as a gift, perhaps to repay the kindness it received.